Single Simulcast is about a lot of things. This podcast may make you laugh, cry, or pound your fists into your desk. If you hear something you like or something you don't, leave a voicemail at 916-572-9016 or email us at singlesimulcast@gmail.com.
1. Single Simulcast.
Single Simulcast episode 328. Shanta's here. I'm here. I'm Rashanii. So apparently, we're unable to focus on more than one thing at a time. And that's gone from us forgetting about the wall, which Donald Trump is still saying that we're going to build, but then he said he's going to bill Mexico for it, which I don't know how that works. I didn't know that you could COD a wall. Also, there's pictures of people who have already taken a saw and cut through the prototype wall that he has down on the border. But that we're unable to focus on the wall. We're unable to focus on white rapists. Weren't able to focus on the playoffs because we're all worried about R. Kelly. And R. Kelly had a get-together, a appearance at a nightclub this past week. For those of y'all who didn't listen to the previous episode, R. Kelly has been trashed forever, but a lot of people somehow just found out when they did the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. And so while a lot of people were just finding out for the first time that R. Kelly's trash, a lot more people were just going on Spotify and downloading his music or getting his music to support him. And then there were people who, when they found out that he was making an appearance at a local club, went and bought out tickets to the club to support him there. When women found out that R. Kelly, that the Aura was at a club out in Chicago, one of them left a note saying, "I wish he'd take me hostage." It got shut down because somebody called the cops on him. And I'm here for that sort of stuff. I'm sorry, what?
No, I was laughing. I didn't realize that it got... I heard that there was this whole thing and people were chanting and being very supportive. I did not know that it got shut down.
Yeah, somebody called the cops, so he had to... let me get the exact words on it, but somebody called the cops on him, so it had to be shut down real quick. Also, his daughter is calling him a monster, which is accurate. I always have wondered how when people say, "What if you had a daughter?" Which I've always hated that like you have to try and make people think about the women or the people in their lives in order for them to have empathy for others, but he actually has daughters, and he's still doing this. So his eldest was like, he's a monster, and then changed her name. And I'm like, I support that wholeheartedly. Also told him that he was a terrible father. What did I do with that? Teray was accused of workplace sexual harassment. Nobody's really surprised because he's always seemed like he was just one step ahead of a piece of shit. Here we go. When Chicago found out that R. Kelly was making an appearance, the club quickly sold out. Let me see. Can you hear that? It's probably going to show up on the recording.
Hear what?
It's one of those websites where whatever you do, music's going to show up automatically.
No, I didn't hear it. I couldn't hear anything. Nothing popped. No, I didn't hear it.
So yeah, that music was trash. Apparently somebody called into the called the cops and said that R. Kelly has a warrant for his arrest. So they came and shut the event down. The website that I'm looking at called the people who called the cops trolls and haters. So that shows you what side they're standing on, which is alarming to me. That there's still media sites that are still openly supporting R. Kelly. I'm like, if anybody should be a defender of facts and of public common sense, it should be the media, right?
Yeah, you would think that, but at the same time, I mean, motherfuckers constantly post what Donald Trump post Donald Trump's lies and don't even really rebut the shit. So I'm really not surprised.
Yeah, that's very true. Let me see what else happened in the past week. It's not a quick episode. I'm just trying to get everything that I could think of out of the way before we talk about this. So the owner of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, or Bezos, Amazon, I just call him Jeff Prime.
Jeff Prime.
Jeff Prime is worth $140 billion. Jeff Prime is married. Jeff Prime didn't have $140 billion when he first got married. And so Jeff Prime married his wife, and they didn't get a prenup and thought they were going to be together forever. And then Jeff Prime kind of started showing his dick to other women. Like, literally, there's dick pics floating around of Jeff Prime. And so his wife decided to divorce him, as she should. And so now Jeff Prime is $70 billion lighter in the pocket. Okay,
so it did get settled?
No, he has to split it right down the middle, right? Isn't that how?
Oh, no, it's just like everybody's saying like, okay, he's gonna have to do it, and I thought it. I didn't know it was confirmed.
He's not gonna contest it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not gonna contest it because I think he knows how much worse it could get.
Sure. Or maybe it's more amicable than we think it is.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. You just never. I guess. Well, one, I heard someone say that it is amicable because there was all this hoopla about the fact that she's going to get, quote unquote, half. And people, I think, were projecting how they would feel if somebody took half of their money, when it's possible that these two people, even though their relationship is fucked up, like as far as like they're going to get a divorce, he was sleeping with this friend and all this different kind of stuff. The money stuff may not be as contentious as we think it is. Or we think it would be if it was us.
I want it to be hella contentious. I want it to be like petty contentious. Like, I want her to open up a company and call it Bamazon and just have all the same stuff Amazon has, but sell it for like $1 less. Like, you're taking an L on profits, but at the same time, you just want to shut him down. I want it to be like that. I want her to donate money to like everything opposite of what Jeff supports, unless he supports like things that are against Trump, in which case she should keep going down the road he's going. But if he's the kind of dick that I think he is, I want her to support everything good that he's not. I think that would be great.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think it was Fallon. Shout out to Fallon. Posted something that was saying that nobody should be a billionaire. There shouldn't be billionaires. And I don't know. That's a lot of fucking money. Like, if you have enough money that you couldn't spend it in a lifetime, like, like real liquid money, like not like worth, because there's people who are like worth stuff, but it's not actual liquid cash, so like if you have like actual like cash on hand kind of like billions of dollars. No, that's not okay. Because that means it's taken away. That means that, I mean, basically, people the poor are poor because people hoard wealth. And that's hoarding wealth. Like, you can't spend the money. That's hoarding wealth. That's a problem.
It ain't coming with you, you know, once you pass on. So yeah, I can definitely I can definitely agree with that. I still do believe that more people would benefit if billionaires were more open with helping out, like the homeless and things of that nature. But I know it ain't gonna never happen. Bill Gates may donate money to like causes, and you'll hear about it and everything. But I have yet to see any real plausible change. Like, they're not doing anything to fix the water pipes in Flint, or get a lobbyist in Washington that's going to stand for the abolition and change of the police departments, you know, the police force. They're not doing anything like that. So I'm like, they got this money, they're using this money, they're spending money, and even when they do these donations or whatever charitable event that they do, I feel like it's all for tax purposes. So I'm just like, until somebody who has never been rich gets rich, nothing's going to change. And these folks got $70 billion each, where I'm struggling to name 5 people I know who got $70. It's disheartening, to say the least. A man has denied running a Japanese restaurant from his home, despite neighbors' complaints and a large illuminated sign hanging above his front door. Norwich City Council says it's investigating the address in Norwich, which features a large sign reading Orlando's above the door, a phone number, and a web address. Orlando Williams, who lives at the address, previously ran a Japanese restaurant called Sakura Yakiniku in Norwich City Center and denies running a restaurant from the property. When asked about the sign, Williams reportedly said, "All I do, I just have my name on my house. There's no restaurant here." On Thursday, the council approved an application for the property to be used as a bed and breakfast, but such approval does not allow the business to serve alcohol or operate as a restaurant. The Facebook page for Sakura announced the restaurant had reopened at the Earlham Road address in 2018 after a temporary closure. Local resident Andrew Unwin says when he first got this going, he sent some invitations and leaflets to the neighbors. The city council says the problem they've got with enforcement is that until they see him using it, they can't do anything about it. A flyer shared on Facebook in October invited customers to, quote, book a table for sushi at Orlando's on Earlham Road, along with the caption, open every day from 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock. On review site TripAdvisor, the restaurant's page lists its old address in the city center, but images, they show the outside of Williams' home. A Norwich City Council spokesman said, "We're in the middle of 2 ongoing investigations and a possible breaches of planning and food safety regulations, which may have legal consequences, so we can't provide specific details, which may form part of this investigation and could jeopardize the case." Nah, man. There's no restaurant in there. Nah, hold on. Welcome, come on in. No. Who would be dumb enough to, what? No. Yeah, we got valet parking in the back. No, who would be dumb enough to have a restaurant when y'all told me don't have a restaurant? Why is my name above the door? Bruh, hold on one second. Can you get more wine to table 6? Reason why my name's above the door. just in case. You ever see one of those movies where the person falls and bumps their head and like loses their memory? Yeah, Alzheimer's. Yeah, biggest fear of my life. Like seriously, just really, I'm scared shitless of that happening to me. So, in order to combat against that, check this out. Check this out. I put my name above my door and then lit it up because I can't see in the dark. And then I put my telephone number. So then if the door is locked, I can call and my wife will let me in. Yes, the special is tempura shrimp and sake. You didn't hear any of that.
Mm-mm. Nah, that's a mess though. That he's out. I mean, obviously this dude is really running a restaurant, and
No, it's
his
not.
through his house about he really doing this shit.
What? What
He
makes you think he's right? What?
he doing this shit.
No.
But he's committed to that lie. He's obviously committed to the lie. Like no, there ain't no. Like why would you have like that makes zero sense to have a neon sign or any sign above your door to be like Orlando's. Like we know it's your house. Like nobody does that. Like if it's one thing if it was like wait, is his last name Orlando?
No, his last name is Williams. First name is
Okay.
Orlando.
Okay, so yeah. So if anything, if somebody's gonna have a sign outside their house, it's gonna be, like the Williams, kind of thing. If they're gonna have a sign, like that kind of for decoration. That is not what this is. This is like Orlando's, the restaurant, his place. Come have a meal. Bring your date.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's what? No. Japanese. What? No, we serve Chinese food. I mean, shit. We would, because I like Chinese. You know what? Get out of my house. Restaurant, house, garage, valet. Did you give your ticket to valet? They'll pick you up. Why do I have valet parking?
I wonder what it looks like inside of his house, though.
I'm about to look.
Like on the inside, because there are some places that like there's restaurants and stuff that do look like maybe at some point it could have been somebody's house or something, or it could have been a house and then they've changed it and everything. So I wonder what it looks like on the inside. Like, does he have like couches and stuff? Like, does he pull the tables out, move the furniture around?
I feel like he's got like the spinning wall where when it spins around, on one side there's like the casino table, and on the other side there's just like a wall, and people have to like hide in the corners and all that kind of stuff.
Like a speakeasy.
Yeah, he has a bar. Like straight up, he has a bar, and let's see, anything else?
I mean, who works at Orlando's? Like, I wonder what he's got. Maybe he's got like a really limited menu and like really limited. That way he can kind of do everything. Like he's got what he's got made, what he's going to make, like there's a special of the day. That's what you come in to get. And that's what's popping. So he's not really, really back there having to like cook and serve and maintain the bar, keep people's water glasses filled. Like
it looks like what are those things? Benihana's, the grills they have the tables. It looks like he has 3 tables, and each of the tables have one of those grills in the middle of it in his house. But he don't. What? Whatever.
In his house?
Girl, what? Why are you tripping? Sometimes I want to make
eggs. Is it
eggs.
Upstairs and a downstairs?
It looks like it.
Okay, then see, he's got the restaurant downstairs, and then he lives probably above it. He lives in the upper part.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even live here.
And he moved everything. Like he lost whatever space he had, but maybe he owned, like he didn't own the space or couldn't keep the space, but he owned the stuff. on the inside. That's why he could keep those tables and move those tables into his house. And it's sizzling, at his spot now.
I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't even my spot. See, that's what I was trying to explain to you this whole time. My name isn't Orlando. My name is Orlando. This isn't my house.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. I guess.
I don't live here. You got to bend and flick. I don't live here. I live. What? Get out of my cousin's house. Yeah, this is my cousin Orlando. I don't know where he went to. He said he was going to get some Chinese food because we don't have a restaurant in here. Look, these tables, I'm going to tell you one more time because you're obviously not hearing me. These tables, we bought them from a restaurant that was closing, but they had hibachi tables. And my cousin just moved here, and we didn't have tables? Yeah, and now we do. And so, hey, they didn't like. They said the steak was cooked too well done. Matter of fact, yo, can you while we're talking, can you roll some silverware for me? Because, like, my wife makes me do chores, and the chores that I have to do include rolling silverware, vacuuming the floor with this little roller push brush thing that I have, making sure that people are enjoying our company. They enjoy our company so much that they pay us anywhere between $25 and $35, and then they leave. At my house, that's what they what? No, this is my cousin Orlando. Remember, I'm Orlando. Yeah, our moms didn't get along at all. They're cousins. Are you gonna eat or what?
You want this plate or not?
I will give you 5 free meals if you just take this to your complete grave. Just stop snitching. That's all I'm asking. Make you some sushi. Doggone it. Another shooting happened outside of McDonald's because, of course, Henry Infante of Lawrence was arraigned on Wednesday of several charges, including assault and murder. He pled not guilty, but police allege he was a gunman of a shooting that was captured on surveillance video at the local McDonald's on Monday night. Infante allegedly fired 11 rounds towards a man that showed up to sell car doors. The sale was set up through an app. Infante, on the other hand, accused the victim of stealing the car doors from him and then trying to resell them. The victim was struck 3 times. He's expected to live. Police also arrested Infante's girlfriend and accused her of attacking the victim's girlfriend and driving one of the getaway cars. Hernandez, it is not stated whether or not she said no. She attacked me first, and she was driving my getaway car. We were going to Orlando's.
Wait. Like, if you can't go to Orlando's, where the hell can you go?
I didn't know people sold car doors. I didn't know that was a real thing.
How do you move them? Because it's like, okay, well, not how do you, I mean, obviously if you have a truck, but I'm just imagining that these people don't have a truck. That this is probably, they've shoved a car door in their car. And I just, this is what my brain went. It's just like, y'all got a car door in the car? Like, that would make no sense. They probably had a truck. They probably got like a nice little truck or something with a trailer, and they're like totally on the up and up, but they stole some shit, or maybe.
Or they were stealing shit back. Which one is it? See, what you don't know, officer, is this is Orlando. See how it all comes together? Look at God. Look at Jesus.
Mm-mm. No, Jesus wept.
Uh, uh,
I don't even know how to use that. I hear people say it, you know. It just sounds. I just threw it out there because it sounded right. You know, you talk about Jesus. Jesus wept. It just works in my mind. But I like as far as like really using it. No, I have no idea what it means
I mean, some
or
folks
how to
use
use
it
it.
as a cuss, as a curse.
Okay.
Like Jesus wept. It's mostly white people or all black folks. Jesus wept. Because they feel like if they say his full name, Jesus Christ, they're going to slam to hell. So
Right.
Jesus wept. Who didn't clean up after themselves in the bathtub? Jesus wept. Some people use it as literally the shortest prayer before dinner in the history of ever.
Okay.
I'm going to bless this food. Everybody close your eyes. Jesus wept. You didn't close your eyes. You didn't close your eyes, sir. You're grounded. How do I know you didn't close your eyes? Jesus wept. Why are you asking me these questions? Jesus wept. Look. God, you know what? It's people like you. It's people like you. Snowflakes. Jesus wept. This is ridiculous. And then there are people who, when they're challenged to quote a Bible verse, they quote Jesus wept. They don't know where to find Jesus wept at. They just know it's in there. I think it's John 11:35. I think. I'm not 100% certain. But, yeah, Jesus wept. There's no real wrong way to say it. John 11:35. Oh, look at the Christian, kind of. I know it, sort of. But then, you know what? Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do this. Thank you, Shanta. People are buying a 27-pound bucket of macaroni and cheese. This is why Jesus wept. So, apparently, Chef's Banquet, which I've never heard of them before. I've heard of Banquet. They make really good TV dinners and fried chicken. But Chef's Banquet sells a 27-pound bucket of macaroni and cheese that lasts for 27 years.
Ew.
Costco's selling it. $90 for a tub of mac and cheese that weighs 27 pounds and lasts for 20 years.
That's stupid. That's stupid. That shit probably isn't gonna last for like a week. See, you know what this is? This is like population control. That's what this is. They about to kill people with mac and cheese and get these motherfuckers out of here. That's like this is it. This is the move.
I'm just saying, somebody's gonna come running up their house like the mac and cheese is people.
Something. They tripping. Like I don't understand. Like ain't no way. No. Like you got unless they trying to say it's like non-perishable mac and cheese, but even that doesn't make any sense.
Fuck with me though. Real talk, I would buy this with like 20 of my friends and we just sit there with a spoon and watch all of the Avengers movies.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'd season it, of course, but still, fuck with me. You know I got it. I would tear a 27-pound bucket of macaroni and cheese all the way to fuck up.
I do not
Made by
trust
black
that.
people. It would have to say it like on a sticker on the front. It would have to say made by black people.
Man.
Because you can't stir seasonings into a 27-pound. You know how much salt it would take to fix a 27-pound bucket of mac and cheese?
It sounds terrible. All I imagine is that it ain't nothing but water and cheese powder. There's no way you can make it. Ain't no way you making that much with like who shredded the cheese? Like that's a lie. Nobody did, or they bought. Oh man, what if it was just a 20-something pound?
Here it is. I just looked at it. It offers 180 servings of macaroni and cheese, or 180 servings in separate pouches of elbow pasta and cheddar cheese sauce.
That makes sense. See, that makes sense. That's what it. Right.
I'm
That
disappointed.
makes sense.
I thought
Like
it
you
was
thought
a
it was a
big ass
bucket,
bucket of mac and cheese, and
like a chitlin bucket.
Yeah, that's just fucked up.
Like a bucket of, instead of a bucket of chitlins, it's a bucket of macaroni and cheese. Thank God it's not, man. Thank God it's actually individual servings and stuff. Ain't no way people see they would have died. Everybody would have died with the mac and cheese.
It costs $150 on Amazon. I'm gonna need somebody to buy this for me and send it my way for research purposes.
So you got to put it on the wish list, and then you got to put the wish list in the show notes.
Yes, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna be like, why the fuck you got a bucket of mac and cheese on your wish list? And I'm gonna be like, why don't you? Which is one of the best comebacks in a movie ever. You're asking why we would burn flags. Well, the question is, why don't you, Bob? I don't think that was the direct quote, but yet the end was, why don't you, Bob? And I'm gonna do that. Oh, Shante. I have decided.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is a good one. I have decided that whenever I'm walking through a store minding my own fucking business, and a white person, they're always white, it's never a black person. Whenever a white person comes up to me and says, do you work here? I'm going to say yes.
I saw this.
And then I'm going to promptly give them the worst fucking customer service they've ever had in their entire life.
You got to record it then. So you can put it on Facebook so we can see.
I think it'll make it even worse. I'm going to be like, yep, I work here. And then I'm going to put it on, I'm going to record it and just either lead them somewhere bad or cuss them out or something. I want them to report me.
Man. That would be awful. And then they call a manager, and the manager is like, I don't even know who this is. Or what if what if the manager actually tries to reprimand you? You know, like for real, like you do some shit, like you get, like, customer rolls up, you give them bad customer service, they call the manager comes back to you, you know, because of course managers and shit, they frazzled, they don't know who's been hired and shit, you know, like this might be like, especially if it's like not the hiring manager, but just a manager, be some wild shit. They try to like tell you like, look, you're on the seat, you're not on this schedule, and wild shit. A whole mess.
I just want somebody to be like, I asked him where the clothing that fit me was located at, and he looked at me and said, how the fuck should I know? I mean, Jesus wept. I apologize for my language. I said, can you direct me towards, and he stopped me mid-sentence and said, the toothpaste is that way. My breath does not stink, sir. That's just, I have an inner gland problem in my throat. I drank milk a long time ago, and it spoiled midway down my throat, and now the dentist said I just Mentos. Okay? Why are you even... I asked him if he could direct me towards a certain soda. All I wanted was a certain soda, and he directed me towards the competitor's brand. And I asked him if you guys had it, and he said, why do you want that? It's nasty. Try this instead. I don't like other people's beliefs being forced on me. I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, man.
I want you to fire him right now.
He called soda pop, and I'm upset.
He dared me to call him a nigger.
That's so awful. But you would have to get it on video. Like, you can't do this and not record it. Like, you cannot do this and not record it.
I'm telling you, I've been to like 3 places recently where they've come up to me, and I'm not even wearing like a uniform. I'm wearing like a sweatshirt and some jeans, and they're like, do you work here? And I've always just said no, or looked at them. That ends.
Yeah. That's unfortunately white people for you because they see black and then see like servitude
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. That is not okay. Stop doing that, white people. If
Mm-hmm.
you're out there listening, stop it. At least pay attention to, like, at least make a mistake because somebody's wearing a red shirt or a blue shirt or something wherever, wherever you're at. Like, make the mistake because the person is wearing the clothes, not because, you see a black person. They probably, and the people who do that, they're probably the kind of black person they're probably the kind of white person who says, I don't see color. It's like, yes, the fuck you do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you asking black people if they work places, but they not even dressed close to what it looks like for somebody to work at the place you're asking for.
I just, I just, I've been coming here for years, and I've never. No, let me finish. You let me finish. I have never, in my entire life, experienced such horrible service. Ma'am, I keep saying he doesn't work here. You're just saying that now so I don't report him. I'm going to report you too. I'm going to report all of you. This, you know what? Say goodbye to your paycheck now, Mr. Man. As they say in the hood, it is definitely going to go down either today or tomorrow.
Oh my god! I thought you were going to say it is on. That was my
They
thought.
they do say that too.
It is on.
It is on.
Oh man.
Oh my god. What'd you say your name was? Bob. Bob, what's your last name? You got a pencil? Yes, I got a pencil, Bob. What is your last name? Let me know when you're ready. I'm ready. Okay, so first name is Bob. Last name is Dobalina.
No, Mr. Dabalina,
Mr.
Bob
Bob
Dabalina.
Dobalina.
Mr. Bob Dabalina.
My mother's Irish.
Oh my god.
I'm just, oh my goodness. Yes. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping it happens soon. Usually I either run into people who are asking me for help at stores, or I run into people that I used to work with at stores. So I'm really hoping that the next time I run into somebody asking for help, that'll be great. Hey, how's Calligraphal Hate going?
Uh, Great. I
You
mean,
don't
I'm
want to
not
write
right.
hate mail, do you?
Hell no, I don't want to write hate mail. I don't want to write hate mail to people and be like, especially because one, writing this stuff is hard to like really do it accurately. Like you got to go real slow, and so it's one thing to like misspell uh something nice, like if it's just something cute or whatever, or even if it's just one curse word or something. It's a whole other thing to be trying to write like a whole letter. Like if like have you explained what calligraphal hate is? What your idea of what
No,
calligraphal hate
I
is?
don't think
Which
we've
is
gone over it yet. So, Shanta has this wonderful talent of making calligraphy, and it's awesome. And the work she does is amazeballs. And so I had the idea of uh, using her powers for, some people would call it evil. I just call it going in a different direction. And so I want to have her use her calligraphy to tell people why they fucking suck. And just send them hate mail. And it's going to be called Calligraphal Hate. and it's the new glitter bomb. And I think people would really like it because she's so good at it and she writes real pretty. And so they would keep it. They like pin it up on their wall. Like, this is the one where somebody told me to go fuck myself. And it's like, hey, that's great. You can charge like $50 per, I mean, get what you're worth. It may not even be 50. It may be even more than that.
I don't know, man. I would feel some kind of way writing out, like, you know, fuck you, bitch. Work on my nerves. I'm glad that I'm not working at the job with you anymore. You smell like, you know, grilled onions and, you know, must.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yours hatefully, you know, so and so or whatever.
That's a good one. Teenage girls were caught on camera hurling heavy objects at McDonald's employees. It's always McDonald's. In Moreno Valley, after being asked to leave the children's play area, causing thousands of dollars worth of damage, according to police. Quote, I was about to get hit in the head. They were throwing them pretty high, too, like they had no aim, said employee Dexter Forbes Jr. I just want to stop right there. He wasn't about to get hit in the head. That nigga just wanted to go home. Shit, I was about to get hit in the head. Shit. Nigga, look, they threw that way up in the air, and I was like, I can catch that. And I was going to get it right here in the temple, and then I was going to sue. But at the last minute, God intervened, and I slipped and fell and actually hit my head on the table. So now I'm suing all y'all motherfuckers. The news, that woman right there, that 3-year-old can get it. And especially you right there who keep asking me why the shake machine's broken. It'll work when I say it works, goddammit. Ford said they broke a monitor during a fight that quickly escalated. Quote, telling me to get up and fight them. And I said, I'm not going to fight you, a 28-year-old mother who didn't want to be identified said. I mean, you saw what they did to the older man. The woman said she asked the teens to leave the kids' clubhouse where her 2- and 5-year-old daughters were playing. The woman said when she refused to fight the minors, they came and threw cups of water and ice at us. Her father then chased the group outside and held on to one of the girls while he called the cops.
Oh, no.
At that point, the victim said she ran out and told him to let the girl go. They were punching me the whole time, she said. This was the second time she said she asked the manager for help before a man in a black sweater stepped in between them and got behind the counter. Quote, he was doing way more work than my manager was. He was making sure they were okay. He walked to the back with them, Forbes said. That's the kid who was trying to get hit in the head with a rock. The manager called the cops, who Forbes said kept the manager on the phone for an extended period. After he posted several videos on social media, he was allegedly suspended and later fired. I felt like it could have been prevented, the victim said. A manager at McDonald's said he couldn't talk about the incident and referred them to another manager who didn't immediately respond. So Forbes is trying to get that GoFundMe money. I was trying to protect everybody. I took video and got fired for it, and I voted for Trump. Support a nigga. Fuck all this shit. I'm going to work at Orlando's. Nigga, they give you 5 days off a week because they don't want people to know that you actually work there. So I'm alright with that. Oh my. There's a super gonorrhea now.
Oh yeah. That is a super gonorrhea?
Yeah.
Well, no. I thought there was also something going on with chlamydia too, but maybe it is just the gonorrhea, that it's not working with it's not being cured by the antibiotics and stuff.
Yeah, condoms, people. Condoms. Definitely. A man led police on a high-speed chase on Wednesday across 3 southwest Virginia counties. Apparently, the pursuit from Pulaski County to Roanoke County was on his bucket list. Quote, he said it was his lifelong dream to run from the police. Virginia State Police Sergeant Rick Garlett said, DeJuan Ramel Wilson of Wakefield was arrested and charged with eluding police. Garlett said more charges could be filed. I mean, it's always been his goal to run from the police and live to tell the tale. That was the whole thing. They didn't want to say the rest of it. They didn't, cops don't want to be looked at as the ones who keep shooting us. So he wanted to run from the police and then be able to turn himself in.
Yikes.
Boy. So, I'm just going to say this again real quick. For all the folks out there who are wondering if I forgot, I didn't forget. We could talk about more than one thing at a time on the show. If you are blaming parents for R. Kelly being a fucking pedophile, you're a piece of shit. Saying that the parents should have known better and all that kind of stuff, you're a piece of shit. You're also the type of piece of shit who would literally ignore the power of fame and celebrity to shit on the lowest common denominator. Yeah. That was all.
There you go.
Oh, and a dude came over to somebody's house and licked their doorbell.
No, that was weird. That was for 3 hours.
For 3 hours.
3 hours. Just, I saw like a clip, and it was just, he was really up on that doorbell. And it was just nothing but tongue. I don't understand what was on dude's mind. And I also don't understand, like, did he get caught?
According to Channel 33, a 33-year-old man identified as Roberto Arroyo appeared to relieve himself outside the home and stole an extension cord, in addition to giving the doorbell a taste. The homeowners called police, who were able to quickly identify him. Police are still on the lookout for him, who could face charges of petty theft and prowling.
Okay, so they know who did it, but they don't have him in custody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because the video was very clear, as far as like somebody will know who this man is, because he was right there, up on that camera, and the doorbell.
Hey everybody, have you seen my bell? It's big and salty and brown. If you ever need a quick pick-me-up, just put my bell in your mouth. Ooh, suck on my chocolate, salty bells. As somebody said, it was Sharonda, I'll be honest with you. She was like, why don't you just eat pussy?
He probably liked the taste of metal.
That may be. I've seen one of those shows where folks just had those weird, like, weird appetites for stuff. Like those person who ate paper.
Yeah, right. And that's I think that's called pica. When people they eat toilet paper or clippings or just strange kind of, like, some people they eat detergent and stuff. Like, I read about it. It was one of those things that I didn't know existed. It's in my I think my What to Expect When You're Expecting book, like a pregnancy book, because it's one of those things that sometimes happen, I guess, with expectant mothers, that they start craving, like, they don't just crave like pickles and peanut butter and just strange kind of foods together. They start craving like shit that you're not supposed to eat. And it had a whole name. I think it was called pica. If I'm wrong, correct me, obviously, but I think it's a thing. But I also think I wonder if dude knew or knows that there was a camera there, and that was also part of it too. Because I think some people he knows he's doing something strange, but he wants a reaction. So he's imagining that they're probably going to watch this video and they're going to be freaked out, and he's going to get off on the fact of whatever he's imagining, them being freaked out.
If I looked out of my window and saw somebody licking a doorbell, I don't know what I'd do. I think I would think that they were a zombie. Like on bath salts or something like that.
Yeah.
I think I'd attack.
Really? See, I think if you think they're a zombie or you think they're on bath salts, you wouldn't open the door.
Well, I didn't mean like attack like that. I mean I like open up a window above them and pour water out or something like that.
Okay.
Run them off the block. When you got a 2-story house, you can do a lot of fucked up stuff to people as long as you're on the upper story. Like, what the fuck are they going to do? Just keep the doors locked and don't worry about the repercussions. They might throw a rock through the window, but if they're high, he's licking a fucking doorbell. I think I'm pretty safe. For 3 hours. 3 hours, people. Lord of the Rings. The entire Lord of the Rings, he was licking a doorbell. I left. I went to Orlando to get some food. I came back. He was still there licking the doorbell. Cousin came out the back door, stood and watched him for a second. He was still licking the doorbell. Woman came by, said, I got a better use for the tongue. He ignored her, kept licking the doorbell. Another woman came by and just stared at him for a second. I think she was mad. She was like, well, Jesus wept. And kept it pushing. But, I didn't know what to do, so I poured water on him. It didn't take it too well because apparently pouring water on an electrical item, maybe he was getting a shock like licking a 9-volt battery.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
So a guy in California, right down the block from me actually, won the lottery. Not right down the blocks, a couple cities over.
Okay.
He won the lottery, and he was so happy that he won the lottery that he broke rule number 1. Rule number 1 to win the lottery is don't tell no fucking body.
Nobody.
Cash out, get out, move, change your name, do whatever you got to do. Don't tell nobody. People drop off Facebook all the time. Don't say shit. You don't even know somebody's gone to you, try and type their name in, and their name don't auto-correct or auto-appear in your shit. And you're just like, oh, wait. And then you look and you're like, oh, they're gone. Social media break. That's what you do.
Yep.
Break out. But no. He went and paid $30 for a lottery ticket. A scratcher. And the ticket turned out to be a winner. And he thought he won $10,000. And he was so happy about the $10,000 that this fucking nitwit went home and told his roommates. And then he went to bed. And then he woke up the next day and took his ticket to the Sacramento district office of the California State Lottery to collect his winnings. But the ticket that he gave them wasn't a winner. Which, I'm like, wouldn't you have noticed that the scratch-offs look different? I would have. First of all, if I win, I'm sticking the ticket down my pants while I sleep.
Sure.
I'm tip drilling and I'm sticking it in my butt crack. And they gonna be like, yo, this stinks. I was like, but it smells so sweet to me.
Oh.
He thought that one of his roommates stole the ticket while he was sleeping. So he went to the local police department, who, of course, being the police, talked about it on Facebook. Chris Poland said, who's a spokesman with the Vacaville Police Department, said authorities aren't naming the man at his request. The following day, on December 22nd, the man's 35-year-old roommate attempted to cash in on a winning scratch-off ticket at the same lottery office in Sacramento. But the winning ticket wasn't worth a meager $10,000, the roommate was told. It was worth $10 fucking million. California officials, yet to be informed that the ticket had been reported stolen, nevertheless began a routine investigation, and then checked the video of the shop where he went to buy the ticket and found out, nigga, that ain't you.
Yeah. I mean, that's good that they have those type of protocols in place. Because I feel like that's happened a few times where someone has tried to steal the ticket. I heard one time where instead of it being like a roommate, it was like somebody that worked at the place. Like this person takes the ticket to check it, and the person says like, "Oh, it's not a winner." And that person tried to take it to the lottery place, the commission or whatever, and tried to do it. Tried to cash it in, and they saw that they were on video. They didn't buy the ticket. They worked there. They saw that they were, being shady.
There was a show that came out a while back. It was a horrible show, so it didn't last long. But where a group of employees all came together and put in to win the lottery, and they won. And then one of them motherfuckers started murdering all the rest of them.
Oh my! Like a for real thing, like a true story thing?
No,
or like a TV show.
It's a TV show. I think it was called The Ticket. And so one of them started killing off the rest of them, and I don't know what happened next because I cashed out. But I just believe that these things will happen in real life. Like you win the lottery, don't tell anybody at all.
Yeah, like I was like when I heard about this story, I was saying the same thing. Like you don't tell anybody. Like it's people that you would never think would try to do something to you, but the thought that they might have access to that money, and you are going to keep them from getting access to that money, dead meat.
Mm-hmm. Your mama will kill you for $1 million, depending.
Like, just there's people who would rather manipulate you and try to guilt you, or they'll do the long thing to try to get access to the money. But then there's other people, they will hit you over the head with a crowbar and worry about the consequences later.
Yep.
So nobody. I'm not nobody. Nobody.
I wouldn't even tell Nisha, because Nisha could tell people. I'd just be like, "We're moving."
I am the exact same way. I'm not telling my husband about because you know what it is. Like I feel it's not. I don't know if they're listening or whatever, but whatever. But I feel no. Like I feel like I would tell Jarman. I would tell my brother, because I know that he and I are on the same page as far as like not telling people stuff. Like we know how to keep stuff close to our chests and everything, where I wouldn't want to tell my husband, not because I don't trust him, like he's going to be a problem, but I feel like the people around him are going to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like he might tell a coworker, and then and not even that the coworker is going to be a problem, but that coworker might tell somebody, and that person would be a problem. It's like people who I'm not even aware of would be a problem, and that's why I wouldn't tell anybody. Because like while we are saying that it could be somebody close to you who might hit you over the head, it may just be somebody close to you telling somebody who's willing to hit you over the head. So you just don't tell anybody. You just keep it to yourself.
You ain't killing me, people. Like, look, babe. Hey, all of this stuff, I need you to just pack up the video games. That would be the only thing I would take, because you can't, transfer data on a lot of these systems, and it takes a while. But everything else, just leave it here. Yeah, we going on a vacation. Surprise. Where the kids at? They're at my mom's house. Yeah. Come on, get in the car. And we drive way the fuck out. And I'd show her the house that I already bought. and it would already be in a trust, and everything would already be set up. Nigga, it's only $10 million. I would have a bank account already set up and an accountant. And then I'd be like, babe, we won the lottery.
Yep.
It ain't no calling you. Niggas win the lottery and be jumping up and down in the store right then. While other niggas are standing behind them just watching. Like, word, we won the lottery?
Right. Like, nah.
All right. I'll see you at the car. We won the lottery, huh?
Yeah. And let's say you can't like do a whole anonymous secret, super secret, whatever. I'm gonna be like that lady that was wearing the emoji mask and the wig when she when she claimed her money. Mm-hmm. Like, that's me.
Like, what's your name? Standards. Standards? What kind of name is that? It's a good one, isn't it? What's your middle name? I don't have one. What you mean you don't have one? That's my middle name. I don't have one. When they asked my mom at the hospital, she panicked. What's your last name? Bismarck. Excuse me. Going home. I'm telling you, God bless you. God bless Jarman. I don't even think I tell my brother. Because that nigga has this horrible, horrible, horrible habit of talking on the phone in speakerphone.
Oh.
And niggas never tell you when they're talking to you on speakerphone. They just wait until some drama jump off.
Wow.
Like, drama hasn't jumped off with him, but I've seen it happen where you're talking with somebody and they have it on speakerphone and you don't know anybody else in the car with them or in the house with them or whatever until all of a sudden you're getting cussed out and then they're like, oh yeah, you're on speaker.
That's a mess. That's like, that's really, like, has that happened recently?
Mm-hmm.
Really? That seems so like 8th grade. You know, like three-way stuff that people, you know, the three-way trick. Somebody calls somebody and then they call the other person on three-way and the person who they trying to catch, you know, whatever, you know, the person who wants to catch this other person talking crazy, they stay quiet and everything and wait for the other person to say something. I got you, bitch. You know, or whatever. But
in their defense, in Nisha's defense, because this actually happened with Nisha, she didn't know I was going to start talking shit about our kids. It's something we do. Just randomly. Yeah, that big head ass middle kid of ours. You know what they did yesterday? Yeah, that one. Yeah, the thumb sucker. Yeah. Oh, Bubblehead. Yeah, that one. Turned out, Bubblehead was in the car. And so, Bubblehead burst into bubble tears. And I was like, why didn't you tell me that they were in the car? And she was like, well, I kept trying to change the subject. I was like, you didn't try that hard. This is our thing. Can't trust it anymore. Can't do it. Can't make fun of the kids. So, a California couple desperate for a child found a willing partner in a woman who no longer wanted her baby. Matt and Laura Trady, a couple from Southern California, said they were promised they could adopt a newborn girl from Elizabeth Jones, not related, who resides in Scott County, Virginia. Quote, we've spent and put every penny into it, said Laura, emotionally and financially invested completely to complete our family. The Trady family created the website, A Sibling for Hudson, in hopes of finding another baby. Quote, we dove headfirst into this process with our hearts, said Matt. In September 2018, Elizabeth Jones reached out to the Tradys. According to Matt and Laura, Jones told them that she was 5 months pregnant and wanted them to have custody of her child. Her reason for putting this baby up for adoption was that she wanted to focus on her career, said Laura. The Trady family told News 5 that they flew to Nicholsville in November to finalize adoption plans and to take professional photos with Elizabeth announcing the adoption. Quote, we had professional pictures taken, we toured the hospital, and we met with the lawyer. Quote, it was at that time that she signed the power of attorney. The tradie said they spoke with Jones almost every day for months and were convinced that Elizabeth Jones would allow them to adopt the baby. On November 29th, Jones sent Laura Trady text messages saying how much pain she was in and that the baby was coming any minute. Laura and her husband rushed to the hospital to meet Jones and her new baby girl, but they said they found Jones sitting in the hospital lobby fully clothed. Another nurse came walking up and said that must be a common name because there's someone named Elizabeth Jones, but she's not pregnant, said Laura. She's here for lower back pain. Elizabeth Jones admitted in an exclusive interview with News 5 that she made the whole thing up, but she's not sure why.
Wow.
Quote, well, that's the $1 million question. I mean, I go to therapy, but we're still trying to figure that out, said Jones. I mean, I don't know if I just needed someone to talk to or, I don't know. Jones said she's sorry to the Trady family, but thinks the couple should have known she was fooling them. Quote, I think they were red flags, said Jones.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if I had red flags, I would check them out before I hopped on a plane and met someone. Both families are now trying to move on. The Trady said they hope their story will bring changes in the adoption industry. Quote, we're trying to turn our tragedy, this something evil, into something good, they said. Jones, however, is asking for peace in the situation. What I did? I should have never done it, but I'm not a horrible person, said Jones. I'm really not. And I really wish people would see that, because people make mistakes all the time.
Wow, sis. Wow. People are strange with that kind of thing. Because, there's some, what you did really is horrible. What she did is really bad. So I don't understand this whole insistence to try to say that you're not a horrible person. Because it's just well, you did something, or you was a horrible person that day, or those few months. You did that shit. Even if you're not a horrible person now, you were. The impact has been felt. So I don't understand. I don't understand this. I'm not a bad person. Bitch, yes, you are. That's really sad too. Man, I wonder if they did it. I wonder if they did it that way with the website and hoping that somebody reaches out to them, because adopting through other channels is so expensive. It is so expensive. When you find out how expensive it is, it's just what? Because then it's just well, of course that's why kids don't get adopted.
And that's also why black children tend to get adopted more than white children, because they said that black children are cheaper than white children.
Oh. Just, it's so awful.
Well, she's not a bad person.
Not a bad person. You're a bad person. What was her name?
Elizabeth Jones, but she's not related to me.
Right. You're a bad person, Elizabeth. You're bad. You made a bad decision, and you hurt people. You're bad. You may not be bad forever, but you're bad right now.
You're bad now. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, and because you're not, that makes you an even worse bad person. You're just winning all of the everything.
Yep. You need to make amends, Elizabeth. I don't know how. You need to do it, though. Good luck.
Recently, one Chinese guy saw a clip of a nice haircut on the internet. He paused the video of it and showed it to a barber, who then proceeded to give him a very accurate recreation of it. So accurate, in fact, that it included the play button from the video being shaped on either side of the guy's head.
Oh, wow.
On
Really?
Weibo, a friend explained that the barber had asked the guy if he really wanted the triangles. Not understanding the question, he had replied in the affirmative. That's the whole story. Hey,
So
you want the triangles? Is that weed? Is that what the Yeah, sure. I'll get the triangles. That sounds. She said she gonna tuck me from the back. I don't even know what that is. I'm trying to figure that out.
oh
So
my God. Oh my God. Like he actually did get the haircut though, right? Like he
mm-hmm.
got like he didn't, because like what I'm imagining though is like this dude made a video, like an image of the video on the guy's head, but the guy got a haircut just with a play button on it.
Yeah, on both sides of his head.
That's why you gotta look in the mirror when they're cutting your hair.
I mean, I don't know how other people get their hair cut, but I don't trust barbers enough. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. Like, you see him. Hey, hold on 1 second. Matter of fact, I stop barbers like, hey, can you, right here, right here on the front, can you line me up a little bit better? Yeah, okay, cool, go. That's me in a nutshell. Like, I'll stop you in a millisecond. You ain't fucking my shit up. I paid too much money for this.
Yeah, that's yikes. He probably thought he was gonna look. He probably thought he was gonna have a fresh haircut, confidence boost, and instead got a play button.
Stop, collaborate, and listen.
Like, can you imagine? Oh my God, can you imagine like rolling up on somebody who's like a jerk, and you got a play button on the side of your head, and they gonna mush that play button constantly on the side of your head till that shit grow out, or you cut it off and somebody poking you in your head? That's terrible.
Oh man, where's the pause button? Where's the stop button? Just stop. Don't even talk to me. Just stop. I don't want to know anything about you. Boy. So, I went and saw the Escape Room movie, and apparently everybody else loves it, but me. I don't understand that.
So who's in this? I don't even know what this is.
Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I still don't know what this is. I haven't seen the trailer for this, but okay.
Escape Room is a movie about Lawrence and the woman from Daredevil, the blonde white woman from Daredevil, and then
Oh, okay. Oh, Karen. Oh,
yeah,
like Karen.
And
Karen.
Karen is so just bland and yet at the same time so annoying in so many different ways. I think that's my biggest issue with Karen is that she's just like she just really reeks of white woman.
That's really what it is. That's what it is. And then they want to throw, and we didn't segue into Daredevil, but anyway, but it's, but yeah, it's, but no, like it really is just like she does typical white woman stuff. And then they keep putting her as like the damsel in distress at different points. But then when she's a damsel in distress, she does things that get other people hurt or killed or just, I can't deal with, I don't like Karen. I don't like Karen. Karen bothers me.
I think Karen bothers everybody. Karen's a bad just character. She's a bad just So she's in this movie and I'm like like as soon as I saw her, it was like and she makes the Karen faces like I don't know. There's people who just shouldn't make certain faces and Karen, I don't even know what her real name is. She's just Karen. She shouldn't make certain faces, but she does. And then there's like two other people. There's three other people actually who are in the movie. One is a young black lady who is a college student, and then one is a gamer who does escape rooms all the time, and then one is a truck driver. He's a truck driver, and so for some reason, which they never explain. They all get invited to this escape room. So, like, the girl who's in college, her college professor who's told her, you need to go out this weekend because she's really uptight, of course. This is, like,
Okay.
stereotypical shit. And you can tell since she's the first person they show in the movie that she's going to survive. But, they're like, hey, he's like, hey, you need to go relax and unwind and go make some friends. So, later on, she gets a box from that has her teacher's name on it, like addressed to her from her teacher, and it's an invitation to this escape room. Lawrence gets an invitation from one of his clients, or from his boss. I think it was from his boss, because he just pulled off a big deal. This other white dude gets an invitation from his boss. It made no reason why. And then the rest of them, they don't even say why they got an invitation. Like, these are the three people that they talk about. Is Lawrence, this college student, and the white kid, the white dude. And then they go to this escape room place where niggas start dying.
Right.
And at no point does it say, hey, why did my teacher invite me to this place?
Oh, wait. They never... Wait. She
Nope.
didn't do that? Really?
They never ask, why did my teacher send me this invitation? Hey, who invited you here? My boss. Why did your boss send you an invitation to this place? Like, why? What was the reasoning behind them giving y'all these invitations to a death room? Nobody ever asked. They never looked back on it. Nothing.
Wow. No wonder you didn't like the movie, because they didn't even do what these movies usually do. Like if it's any of these situations where people kind of get thrown into these like dangerous, perilous things, and then you find out that it was like some secret society, whatever kind of shit, that's why they were all sent there or something, or somebody lost a bet, or it was an evil spirit or whatever the fuck.
Well, at the end of the movie, they end up saying, like, at the end of the movie where everybody's dead and they made it through the final room or whatever it may be, this random dude shows up and he's like, I was the game master and I put this all together for folks on the dark web to watch. Still doesn't say anything about their bosses. Still doesn't say anything about why they got invited. Turns out each one of them have a secret past where they were supposed to die. Everybody else died but them. So it's like Final Destination and shit. It didn't make any sense. The escape room setups were awesome, but it didn't make any sense. I didn't like it. I mean, it was for me, I went and saw it with cinema. It didn't cost me any money. So as far as I would sit down and watch this on an HBO free weekend where I have literally nothing else to do and my kids are asleep and my wife is like, I want to watch this, and then we get in a fight when I say I want to watch something else. And then the remote runs out of batteries and both of us are too lazy to get up and get more batteries out of the drawer, and there's a huge storm so we can't leave the house and we're out of gas and there's nothing else on TV, and I've read every book, and all the books caught on fire, and Nisha doesn't want to play dominoes, spades, or any board game. All of that would have to happen in order for me to recommend watching this movie. All of it. All of it. And I'm telling you, everybody that I've talked to who's seen this movie has been like, it was a really good movie. And I'm like, did y'all not really see? Like, we're on a different page as far as how we look at movies. This movie was, the escape room parts were serviceable. It was good action, even though shit didn't make sense in that either.
Mm-hmm.
But, the movie overall, nope. I would not recommend it to anybody unless you have Cody or some other free video watcher and you ain't got shit to do. And even then, I would just suggest that you jack off and take a nap.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. But I do understand the possibility that you are looking for like a linear story that makes sense, and it's possible that other people are just watching for action and just kind of accepting everything at face value. They got invited. It doesn't matter who invited them. What matters is what's happening right now.
Yeah, I'm assuming that people just looked past everything else and were focused on just the action or whatever, and they were able to turn their brains off. Good for them. I couldn't, because there were other things. That was the most egregious thing. But there were other things that were just like, hold up, like people died in places where nobody should have died. Like there were parts, like the first escape room, and this is what they show on the preview. The room, somebody takes the doorknob off the door, and one of the people's all excited, like, "Oh, the game has started!" And so another, the young black woman sees a book that says Fahrenheit, whatever it is,
451.
451. And so underneath the doorknob is a temperature thing. So she thinks that if you turn it to 451, the door will open. She turns to 451. The entire room turns into an oven.
Mm-hmm.
And starts like dropping, and the walls start closing in. So it gets hotter and hotter and all that good stuff, and they got to escape. That's what they showed in the preview. Okay, fine. In the next one, they're just in like a Iceland. They're in like a frozen tundra area. And somebody is standing on the ice. And out of nowhere, the ice just fucking breaks and he falls underneath it. Nobody murdered him. The room didn't murder him. He was standing on thin ice. The ice broke. That could have happened to anybody. That was random. And the thing is, nobody even thought about him after that happened. Nobody was like, oh shit, Donnie is dead. I don't know if his name was Donnie, but Donnie is dead. We got to do something. But then when Karen died, everybody was like, Karen was my best friend.
Did they really?
Yes.
Really?
Which also, ladies and gentlemen, one thing, Rashani's pet peeve. I know I've talked about these a lot. There's a lot of pet peeves I got. Go suck a dick. One of the biggest pet peeves that I have now is on these. I've been watching a lot of cooking competitions: Top Chef, Hell's Kitchen, Master Chef. I don't know anymore. The Great Food Truck Race. All of them. I just love cooking shows. Can y'all stop acting like the people who get kicked off those shows are your best motherfucking friends? Like they get voted off the show. Please pack your knives and go. And you see motherfuckers wiping tears from their eyes and hugging each other. Motherfucker, it's only the second day of the competition. I'm gonna miss her. I loved her. Like nobody else understood me but her. She made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich the way I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like, shut the fuck up. Y'all better go out there and play this competition the way it's supposed to be played. Hell's Kitchen, they just yelled at each other for a good 45 minutes, and now I don't know if I'll be able to function without her. She made my life better. Motherfucker, you married at home. You better stop saying that about that woman. Your wife gonna get suspicious, or your significant other, whatever it may be. You know what I'm talking about, Shanta? Like, all these competitions have these motherfuckers who get voted off, and somebody's crying, and they hugging and shit. Nigga, I'm not hugging your punk ass. I'll be in the back like one down.
I haven't watched a cooking show like that in a long time, but it does. I could see that. I could see that totally happening like really early on in the show.
Last episodes, they still hugging. And I can see the last episodes of the show, like, because now you've gotten to know people and y'all have worked through stress or whatever it may be. But even then, we ain't friends. Nigga, a competition's only like 10 weeks long.
I don't know. That's a long time to be stuck with somebody, though.
Not to be like besties.
Well, I think the intensity of the show of what you're doing heightens the attachment that people have. You know, it's like when people go through, it's like they say when people go through like traumatic experiences with other people, they end up close to each other. So it's like it's a traumatic experience. I think that's what I would assume is happening in those kind of cooking shows or reality shows or whatever. Like, it's a traumatic experience. You can't contact people that you're normally close to. So you create, you know, attachments in a way that you probably wouldn't have if you were just out in your regular life. But it's still hokey to watch, though. It's still hokey to watch because you're just like, but you don't even know that girl, or
Bye,
you don't even know
Felicia.
that guy.
Bye, Janet. Who else want to go with him? Oh, you wish they could have taken you in their place? Hey, Padma. This motherfucker right here, right next to me, just said that she wished she could go in his place. No, don't bring him back. She also said in the back that her child, like, she misses her kid. She doesn't know if she could focus. Just send her home.
Get her out of here.
You know, I'm okay with the fact that one person quit because of religious reasons and y'all still throwing somebody off the show. I'm all right with that. Get them all out of here. No new friends. Hey, what your name is?
No new friends.
That's my name. I'm going to beat you. After I finish beating, you can come to my restaurant. Until then, don't talk to me. I'm not your buddy. I'm not here to make friends. None of us even live by each other. And it's not just that show either. Fucking Project Runway. Yeah. Project Runway's got it bad. Niggas be hugging with people that they were about to fist fight just a little bit ago. Going savage on motherfuckers and then, I don't understand why. They were such good people. Nigga, you knew them for 5 weeks. I don't even know if my kid is good people till they're like 4. I don't even want to risk it. I tell them, look, until you pass probation, I can send you the fuck back. I'll leave you on the side of the road. Tell your grandma to pick you up. You'll be my brother going forward.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's harsh. I am proud of myself for that one. Okay, I'm not really proud of myself, but I could be. So, Florida. A Florida substitute teacher accused of spreading feces. A Florida substitute teacher accused of spreading human feces. I'm sorry, that's a full sentence. On tables and grills at a park where a principal was set to host a birthday party, told deputies that, you know, she was displeased with the way that he handled a professional issue. But she was mad at how she was handling a problem. If there's a problem, yo, I'll solve it. If you don't, I'm going to spread shit on your shit. News outlets report that the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says Philippi Shores Elementary School substitute teacher Heather Carpenter, it's always a Heather, told deputies she spread the feces on December 1st to disrupt the birthday party Principal Allison Foster had planned for her daughter. Damage to the park totaled more than $2,300, including grills and tables that had to be replaced. 42-year-old Carpenter was charged with damaging property and criminal mischief. She didn't respond to a request for comment on Monday. That's shitty.
So shitty. But how terrible.
I guess she just wanted to be invited.
Wow. So she went shitty Maleficent on people.
Yeah. Let me in the club or I'm going to burn it down. That's simple.
Mm-mm. Like, why didn't she just smear shit on the principal's car or something? Like, I don't understand ruining a child's birthday party.
The baby had it coming.
I do get it because she's probably going for maximum impact. You know, like she doesn't just want the principal to be inconvenienced and upset. Like, she wants the kid to be upset, therefore that upsets the parent, that upsets the principal. Everybody else who's been invited is going to be upset, so that further upsets the principal. Just like everybody is just massively upset.
Yeah. Did you hear what Heather did to the principal's birthday party? Who's Heather? Who the fuck is Heather? Like, seriously, who? The substitute teacher? That's her name? Shit. I called her Linda. What did Linda do? Heather, right, Heather. You're going to have to keep telling me because she was a fucking substitute teacher. She was only here for 2 days, and you know my motto, say it with me, no new friends. That's right. So, the fuck did Linda... Heather, you're going to have to keep telling me. I'm drunk. The fuck did Heather do? Shit. On a barbecue? What? What? I shook that... What? With her hand. She spread shit with her... Did she wear gloves? Bitch, I shook her hand. Oh, God, Linda. Heather. I got to say it like 16 times before I remember somebody's name. Heather. For the principal's birthday party? Her daughter. The little one? The one who... Yeah, the one who likes Paw Patrol. Huh. Who would have thought? What'd the principal do? Yeah, I could see her doing that. Yeah. Niggas cry nowadays. Yeah. What'd the daughter do? She played in it. Oh, that's shitty. No pun intended. Did Heather, did Heather get arrested? $2,300, huh? I guess the best way to take care of this is fucking no more substitute teachers. Just pay me my fucking tenure and I won't take any more sick days. What you think about that, Bob? Huh? Oh, never mind. Sorry, said too much. I will talk with you later. Click. And scene. Like, I'm cool. That's horrible, but that goes right next to this. So, a Baltimore fugitive was arrested in York County. He was a wanted fugitive out of Baltimore in Spring Grove. He was arrested in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania. Police say that Anthony Doo-Doo Butt Ward was apprehended on the 400 block of North Pine Avenue on December 26, 2018. He was wanted for attempted first-degree murder for his involvement in a road rage-style shooting. They took Doo-Doo Butt into custody without incident.
Yikes.
That's
Just
a fucked up nickname.
That is so messed up. Like, that's terrible.
That's shitty.
Like, I don't, Because on some level, he obviously just accepted it. You know? Like, you would think, like, it's one thing if people call you shit and everything, but you don't have to accept it. But, like, he accepted it. He probably answers to it. That's awful.
What is going on with you, dog? Stop. Doo-Doo Butt Ward. I feel like that's a nickname that his older brother gave him.
Probably so, or like a grandmother.
Nah, grandparents wouldn't do that, but an older brother, right around the time that they're like 4 and you're 2, they would start calling you doo-doo butt. It's just fucked up that your parents would agree with it. You know what? He's got something there. No, we're not going to punish him. Doo-doo butt. Did you wipe properly? Doo-doo butt.
Bad.
And at center, 6'5" Doo-Doo Butt Ward.
No.
Doo-Doo Butt. I'm just saying. Like, I'm not even mad now about the guy who named his restaurant Orlando's. Yeah, that's my nickname. I don't know how it got started, but I've had this restaurant for like 3 years. my wife suggested that I name it something near and dear to me, so I decided to use my nickname. And for some reason, we're not getting any real business. So we contacted, him. The dude from Kitchen Nightmares and Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, him. The Gordon Ramsay. We invited him to come out and help us fix our business. The 24 Hours of Hell thing. He pulled up with the truck, and he pulled up in front of our restaurant, and he sat out there for 2 hours. And we thought he was planning stuff out, drawing up a blueprint, getting the future ready, and we were all excited. And he came in the door, and he punched me in my stomach, and he grabbed me by my collar, and he whispered in my ear, "Change the fucking name of your restaurant." I don't understand what he's so mad about. Like, why is he so up in arms? I mean, Doodoo Butts is a reputable restaurant. We sell duck la l'orange and French foods and all that kind of stuff. Why they hating? Would you eat at a place called Doodoo Butts? Would you eat Doodoo Butt?
Mm-mm.
Our motto is, do you eat butt?
Mm-mm. No.
Oh, boy. Shante, go ahead and do your shout-outs.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who continues to listen to the show and support us on Patreon and support us on Facebook and everywhere, Spotify, wherever you're listening to us. We appreciate you.
I just want to say thank you to everybody. Shante already said it, but I'm gonna say it too, because I'm a big copycat. We're available on Anchor now, and hopefully they're gonna spread us to other places. So that's a good thing. Check out the Patreon. It's available, and if you feel so inclined, we have a fundraiser that's going on. I will put that into the show notes. The fundraiser is not for the show, but it's helping me out. I have a youth basketball team, and due to the fact that, it was funny when I was a kid, not funny, but it was just a way of life that when you went to the park to play basketball, you would leave the park with somebody else's basketball, and it was just the way things went. It's not so funny when it's your basketballs. I am now down to one basketball, and I have 3 youth teams and 1 basketball. And so I am doing a fundraiser to hopefully raise money. I have a wish list of things that my basketball team needs, like, desperately. It includes basketballs. There's also ladders and defensive equipment and bungee cords. Everything we've had. The last time I did a fundraiser was in 2014, and those basketballs have either gotten stolen or they've lost their grip, and the equipment, my kids have this issue with leaving my garage open, and people have an issue with walking into my garage and just taking stuff, and so the equipment is gone. So I will put that information into the show notes. If you'll help out, I appreciate it. This single simulcast, episode 228. She's Shante, I'm Rashanii. There was a song that I really enjoy called The Great Depression. Strangely enough, it's called The Great Depression, but it's one of my favorite songs. It's written by this guy named Dre, Gangsta Dre. And it was written back in like 1997, 1998. But I rediscovered it a couple weeks ago, and it's really startling to me how open and honest this young black kid was back in the 90s, when it was not in any way, shape, or form in vogue to do so. So open and honest about his depression. And one of the most lasting memories that I have of this song is his last words on the song, which is that he hopes that depression will fade away as he grows older. And it's just interesting to hear that hopefulness because there was no education on it back then, really. Back in the 90s, folks were just getting sent upstairs if they had mental health issues or they were being told to toughen up. So I am going to put that song at the end of this show. I would hope that y'all take time out to listen to it. It really is a good song. It's a rap song, but it's really good. I hope y'all are able to bless somebody. And if you can't bless each other, go bless the owners of Orlando's. Obviously, they need business. And bless somebody with your help in a grocery store, especially if you don't work there. They will really appreciate that. Let's start a whole movement. Again, this single simulcast. She's Shanta. I'm Rashanii. Y'all be good. We're out. Peace.
This is Single Simulcast.
Don't know by now that you slip.
Falling in the hole with the bottom. As the sun shines down up on my bald head, falling in the hole with no bottom. Seems I'm getting closer and closer to that day where that sun is gonna be all a dream. For real though. Sometimes I wonder if the world's my weakness, like I can only turn to God for my worries and see. Hoping to make a change in this life I live. Reminiscing on my relative, wishing he was still here. It's been a year today. Got me weak, got me sitting by the curb, just thinking and drinking. It's just me and I'm all alone. Kicked out the house, so my car's my home. A rolling stone as I hold my own and stack mail up on the block. The youngest motherfucker holding all the knock. Me and my brother had to hang tough. We got in arguments but stood back to back. When times got rough, growing up, I went through changes like Pampers. I seen the unforgivable, dirty shit, just like clothes hampers. A long way, a long day on this road I chose. And at the age of 18, I hit the great outdoors. And it was me by my low, fucking homie. I done seen niggas say they down for life, turn phone. Oh, the Great Depression is some shit that you can feel. The Great Depression is real, and that's the deal.
Time is ticking, consequences are great.
Sometimes I just be chilling in my room.
Many people are living this way.
Great Depression.
In every city, in every state. It really don't matter if I'm talking to you, 'cause everybody can relate. I'm so depressed.
Sometimes I feel like the world is on my shoulders. Man.
I'm so
Everybody out there can feel me on this Great Depression. Better. Worldwide.
I'm so
Depression has no color. Depression has no race. But the greatest depression of all, man, is waking up in the county jail. Thinking, man, how did I get myself in this
shines down up on
situation?
my bald head, my bunk bed, it seems I'm closer and closer to being dead. Already in jail, so that's my other op. I'm getting mail, but at the same time, my mail will stop. Feel like I'm dropping in the hole with no bottom. Man, I should've shot, I should've crooked ass cops screaming I got him. The thing is this, if I was in school and abiding by some rules, maybe I wouldn't be on the corner hanging, selling rocks and thinking I'm cool, but now they got me in the cell, living hell just as well. On the 8th floor, just turned 18 without no bed. They said I'd end up either dead or in jail, but now I'm all stressed out. Can you tell I miss my girl and my family so much? It's fucked up, I can see him, but I can't touch. Down on my luck, if I had one wish, I'd take away all depression. Smoking weed instead of stress. Ain't learned your lesson yet. Wanna hang with the big boys, no longer defeat. Just making it in the ghetto is a black man's dream. So when you're all stressed out and at the end of the road, whether it's death, the house, no, dealing with shit you can't cope, it's Great Depression. That's the Great Depression. That's the Great what? Feel me? It's the Great Depression.
time is ticking, consequences are great.
Consequences great.
Many people are living this
Where
way.
down at? In every city, every state.
In every
Trying to
city,
know about that
in every state. It really don't matter if I'm talking to you, 'cause everybody can relate. I'm so depressed.
Great Depression.
I'm so depressed.
Sing that shit like you feel it. Sometimes I feel like the world is on my
I'm
shoulder.
so depressed.
Sometimes man, I'm so depressed in these days. I'm living in, man. But y'all know about this Great Depression. That's the Great Depression. I'm talking about depression. Everybody can feel it. And at one point in time in your life, let everybody don't deal with it, but don't break down, stay real with it. If you can feel but yo, best just ain't enough. Enough to the ghetto. Even though I know that I'm on die in these streets, but I just can't let go. And I let no form of depression take control of my soul. Hoping it's gonna fade away as I grow old. That's the Great Depression. Great Depression. Sometimes I feel like the world is on my shoulders. Sometimes I feel like the world on my shoulders.
Time is ticking, consequences are great.
Y'all know about that Great Depression?
Many people
I ask so many times because I want to know so many times.
in every city, in every state.
Laced up from the gate.
It really don't matter if I'm talking to you, 'cause everybody can relate. I'm so depressed.
Man, in my 19 years that I've been living on this earth,
I'm so depressed.
I done seen so many people depressed and so many people in depressive stages.
I'm so depressed.
I mean, you tell me what you know about this Great Depression.